Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, April 28th, and this is, of course, my next video on the challenges and issues we've been facing. I get a lot of questions from people whether they are supporting what we as a school district are doing to keep people safe, or where they have concerns and can become critical about what we're doing. And I want you to know that I value everybody's comments and concerns. We certainly consider them. We talk about those concerns, and we try to make adjustments when we can. So I want you to know we take everybody's input very seriously. We respect what you have to say, and we'll continue to do so. But I think it's really important to know that why we are staying, number one, face-to-face, kindergarten through 12th grade. We've done a lot of work in the last 14 months to prepare our employees, teachers, support staff, administration, and how we handle this pandemic to keep 8,000 students and 1,000 employees safe. And we've done a lot of training, a lot of evaluation as far as what protocols we should be using. And we try very hard to make sure everyone is as safe as possible when they're in our facilities here for the Rockford Public Schools. It's just really important to us. And we know, at least through consistent research, that in fact wearing masks, washing hands, and doing our best for social distancing does have a positive impact when it comes to people contracting the virus. In other words, keeping people safe and not contracting the virus. You know, there's a lot of research out there, and there's a lot of differing opinions. And I get that. I understand that. And there's some researchers that are taking a different view and approach to what works and what doesn't work. But I can't follow 10, 20, 30 different research studies and with different results. I have to follow something consistent when it comes to keeping everybody safe. And we have chosen to follow the CDC, Center for Disease Control. That's the national level. We choose to follow the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, and of course that's the state health department, and we choose to follow the Kent County Health Department. And we just do that so that we can stay consistent in how we protect and keep students, staff, and community safe when they're in our facilities. You know, it's pretty obvious when you look at any news broadcast across the world, let alone the United States. Every picture shows hospital employees, whether they be doctors, nurses, any type of health professional working in a hospital. They're all wearing masks. Even the patients are wearing masks. There's got to be a reason for that. If our medical professionals believe that every hospital employee should be wearing a mask, then I believe school employees and visitors and students should be wearing masks. I mean, it's just simple logic. And so that's why we continue to follow the health professionals in what they do to keep people safe. You know, we've been studying hard to decide what our students should be involved in, particularly when it comes to the prom, the junior, senior prom, as well as high school graduation. And we know that close contact definitely has a strong potential of leading to a person contracting COVID. We know that. And so therefore, our student government, our student leaders have been working hard with our high school administration, and they've come up with an alternative to the prom. And that alternative is something I believe that is going to be well received by our seniors, because the alternative will be for just senior class. And it will take place on senior night, that's what they're calling it, as a substitute for the prom. And it will be on May 8th from 7:30 to 10:30 on the TED, that is the athletic field next to the high school. So you need to contact the high school to get more information about that. Also, for our juniors and our seniors, our student government, student leaders, and the high school administration have identified May 8th, beginning at 5:30, as the Powder Puff football game. And of course, students, just like any athletic event, will be wearing masks and doing their best to keep each other safe. But those two activities you may want to learn more about if you have a junior or a senior in high school, and to consider those events. Also, when I talk about high school graduation, we are still working on that. I mean, think about this. We have 630 students graduating. Not like some high schools with 100 or 150 in their senior class. 630. And for us to have a traditional graduation out on the football field would require 3 to 4 graduation ceremonies. And we don't even know what the weather's going to be like, of course, and so forth. So we are looking at every possible avenue and how we're going to structure our high school graduation for this year. And we will provide you as soon as possible with information regarding that ceremony that is scheduled for May 25th. So you'll be receiving more information about that either at a subsequent video from me and certainly from high school principal Dan Zhang. And a couple of really interesting and positive events. The Rockford Educational Foundation awarded Sharon Wells, who's our Director of Literacy, and her committee, a grant of $25,000 that will go to our summer reading bus. And that bus will be coming into subdivisions in other communities within the Rockford School District, providing outstanding opportunities for our elementary and middle school students to check out books, to read books. While on the bus is being transformed into a reading bus that'll be air conditioned as well with this $25,000 grant from the REF, and books provided, it'll be really nice. And it's an opportunity you can look for this summer coming into your neighborhoods. And certainly you can contact our school district, not only to look at our website for more information, or to call and get more information from your building principal. So look forward to that. We also certainly going to continue our summer reading, our summer learning program, which is traditionally called summer school. And we'll be providing summer care as well. And you may continue to register for both summer learning and summer care in the next several weeks. Please know that we'll be offering credit recovery for high school students. We'll be also offering remediation for students in grades kindergarten through 8th grade, as well as enrichment programs for our students. And so I encourage you to consider that for your child for our summer learning program. It's been well received, and it's very comprehensive, and we want to make it available to you, in most cases free of charge. So please contact the people involved, which start with your building administrator, for information on that. I also am very proud of the way we are handling our spring student athletes and the spring athletic programs. You know, we are testing anywhere between 800 and 900 student athletes in the spring sports every week. And we are doing, I believe, a very good job when it comes to containing any type of spread of COVID. On the average, we have 0 to 4 positive cases of COVID, 0 to 4, as we test 800 to 900 student athletes. That's a pretty good record. And I certainly congratulate our coaches, our athletic department and the work that they do, and our student athletes for keeping themselves safe. On Monday night's board meeting, which was last Monday, April 21, we had some recognitions that took place by the Board of Education to some of our really outstanding programs. Of course, we had the Student of the Month recognitions for our middle school students at both North Middle School and East Middle School. We also had our TV studio recognized. I mean, this is an exemplary program for students in grades 10 through 12. Our students and our adults in the program, Chris DeYoung and Jason Springer, who lead the program with our students, we have won 13 state championships in television production. I can't tell you how proud I am of this program and the skills that are taught, life skills, skills that students can use every day of their lives into adulthood from what they learn in our television production program. If you want to have more information regarding this program, particularly if you're enrolling your child in grades 10 through 12, I would encourage you to contact the high school and talk to the people about this. I want to recognize Trenton Wachter, senior state wrestling champion. Incredible accomplishment throughout his high school wrestling career from freshman year through senior year. And I also want to recognize Brian Richardson, who was named State Division I wrestling coach as well. To both of them, congratulations, and we're so proud of you as well. Well, I think finally I'd like to talk a little bit about testing. As you know, the M-STEP is going to be required by the state and federal governments, and that's achievement testing that takes place in grades 3, 8, and 11. And it's a test that establishes a benchmark. Of course, during the pandemic, it challenges me anyway to understand why we'd be required to do that. But we are, and that'll be during the month of April and May. We also have been giving the NWEA, which is a nationally normed test, fall, winter, and then this spring as well in the month of April and May. And particularly the NWEA will be given May 10th through the 12th. That is a test we use because it clearly tells how students are doing academically, and it gives us a comparison to the national testing, and it's usable because it's given 3 times a year. So as parents, you certainly want to look forward to that as well. Well, this concludes my video for this week. I hope all of you are staying safe, and certainly don't hesitate to contact us if you have questions or concerns. Thank you, and we'll talk to you next week.